Citadel Capital views itself as a leading private equity firm in Africa and the Middle East. From its trendy Cairo offices, the firm has investments under control of about $9 billion, almost 695 billion in Kenya shillings, since it was founded in 2004.
The way we do business is when we find an investment opportunity that we like, we typically, as Citadel Capital, we would invest 20 to 25% of the equity of that deal. And we typically invite a group of co-investors of ours, typically from the Gulf, or in many cases from the DFIs, the big financial institutions globally, to come and participate in the equity with us.
Half of that $9 billion is in equity, the other half in debt. But Citadel is best known in Kenya for its recent acquisition of a controlling 51% stake in Troubled Rift Valley Railway's concession through its fully owned subsidiary Ambience Ventures. Kenya's Transcentury Group increased its stake to 34%, while a 15% stake has been reserved to an undisclosed Ugandan investor.
Today there are no pies in the skies that fall. You need to invest money, make sure that the management of this business is the right management, that it's going to be able to deliver the business plan, and at that point in time we'll be able to make money.
Luckily for the current RVR management, Citadel does not see a radical overhaul at the top.
Existing management within RVRI has done a fantastic job keeping this concession together. But with shareholders' fights and without capital, there is very little a management can do.
But the Egyptian firm got off to an acrimonious start with Kenya's Transcentury as a 2/4 of a Sheltam rail, the South African firm that held a majority stake in the concession.
Transcentury, I think, will add a lot of value to this company, and we look forward to working with them. And I don't foresee any disagreement going forward.
After the merry South Africans nearly ran the railway aground, some on the Kenyan street are jittery about handing over the lunatic line to a fresh batch of foreigners.
The business of the company will grow very fast, and we're hoping to have this as a fantastic investment of ours. I will be personally extremely disappointed if they don't have a fully functional and reliable railway, one that is able to deliver transportation costs at affordable rates, because today the development of Kenya and Uganda depends on RVRI.
We cannot be foreigners. We are not Muzungus. You see, we are Africans, we are brothers and sisters, and if any Kenyan come to Egypt to invest, he will be very welcome.
Citadel Capital is virtually unknown on the streets of Cairo, but it is taking over boardrooms in Africa and the Middle East, and it is hoping to replicate that turnaround mentality with Rift Valley Railways. Most Egyptians consume products of Dina Farms, the country's biggest dairy producer. Citadel led its acquisition in 2007. Dina covers 10,000 acres using integrated desert agriculture to grow different crops and fruits using mostly computer-controlled irrigation.
Animal production is supporting the agriculture, because in the arid land like desert, we have a problem to go into the break-even of the land in very fast. So the cows will help, because the revenue of the cows come in very fast after they calve and they produce the milk.
From fattening to milk-producing cows, the farm has 6,000 head of cattle. Most of its processes are automated, from milking to the final product. Dina also has 2 milk processing factories, one right inside the grounds.
We use the underground water at this area. We don't have that much water in the channel. And, we were producing 8 ton, and now we're producing 180 ton. We manufacture part of this production and send the rest to Cairo.
1,380 people work at the farm, and it is just an example of numerous such farms dotting the Egyptian landscape, assuring the desert nation of food security.
We look to make a project in Africa, in Sudan, in Kenya, and everywhere if we found the chance.
Dina Farms started off 24 years ago with just 1,000 acres on the model of integration agricultural produce and dairy farming. It is now the largest privately held farm in Egypt and also the leading producer of dairy products. And all this from a desert. Larry Madowo, KTN in Cairo, Egypt.